guys, this is a big one. Probably, I'm just going to spoil it ahead of time. This is probably my favorite arc.
Oh, really? Nice.
As of right now.
Base.
I am not caught up. I have not watched Wano yet, so don't judge me, please.
Yes. Yep. But guys, things are coming to a head as Ace is about to be executed, and the Marines are ready and waiting for Whitebeard to show up. And Marineford discovers, Ace's execution and all that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Yeah, let's get into it. So, Grant, you saw this more recently.
Yes.
So you remember who shows up when and all that.
Yeah, it's very specific time. The first people that show up are we get the Gathering. We have because at this point, after Impel down, Straw Hat and all the gang that he escaped prison with, they're all still on the boat. They're not going to be there.
They're on the fish, right? Or are they on a boat?
They're on the boat at this point.
Wait, what?
Because they left the gate.
Okay, what? How'd they get a boat?
Well, Jinbei got them the boat. Remember?
No, I thought you got them fish.
No, the fish got them to the boat.
Oh, I see. Okay, thanks. Yep. No, I don't remember.
Yes. So now they're on the boat, and that was how they got the phone call where they're like, we know you're coming,
dude. Yeah. And this is kind of where it starts, where Buggy starts to fail upwards, and all the people that escaped and pulled down start to revere him as their leader, and literally. They're like King Buggy. It's such a good bit. No one knows how much of a shiest Buggy is, unless if it's Luffy or Crocodile, for example.
Yep. And dude, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, not to derail it too much, but I just forgot in Impel Down. The main reason that Buggy helps Luffy is because he has that wristband with a treasure map in it. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Do they get that treasure? Do we see Buggy get that treasure?
Wasn't there a filler episode where he got that
that's
bracelet?
What I'm thinking. I kind of remember it.
Yeah.
Where he found the treasure, but I was just thinking about that. I forgot if that was this arc, the episode after.
I forgot, but it was definitely some named pirate. He's obsessed with that treasure, finding it.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, back on course. So we have the warlords. All 7 of them. It might be 6 because they're down one. And the admirals.
Who's the warlords at the moment? This is a question for the One Piece fans.
This is the
Jinbei is Jinbei one. He was in prison, so probably not.
Yeah, so Boa Hancock is one.
Yep.
Gecko
Hancock
is one.
Who?
Gecko Moria.
Oh, okay. Here, I think I can go speed run.
Yeah, go over it.
Hawkeye's Boa Hancock.
Yep.
Gecko Moria, Doflamingo. Kuma, Bartholomew Kuma. Blackbeard.
Yes.
And then who's the 7th? I don't think we have a 7th.
Yeah, I think it's just those 6. And then Blackbeard doesn't show up until way later.
Yep.
So we spoiler. We just have the 5 for now.
Yes.
But one of them is secretly helping our little buddy.
Yep.
If you will.
So basically, correct me if I'm wrong, it starts off with the Whitebeard's ship and crew. I think the ship is called the Moby Dick. It's basically a giant whale. It's sick.
Yep.
And they actually coated they wrapped their ships in the bubbles or whatever they use to go to Fisherman Island. It's cool. Because it's it already talked about, cool.
Yeah, because basically they were they're going to be coming from that direction.
Yeah.
Guys, Whitebeard's coming from over there, and all of a sudden he just said
Yep. And this is my favorite thing with One Piece, where people are sitting on chairs with their legs folded, all the 3 admirals.
Yeah,
dude, yeah, it's good. And what do you think about Whitebeard, by the way, the strongest man in the seas?
Dude, pretty cool. I actually really like how he always has this medical equipment. Whenever you see him beforehand.
Yep.
And then he right before the fight he rips it all off.
Dude, it's good.
Definitely gave me the cue of this guy's probably gonna die. You don't give a man a bunch of medical equipment and then all right, off for more adventures. No.
Yeah. And I really like the aesthetic with the medical equipment as well, because it's his breathing tube, the sound effects for that. I don't know. It's cool.
Yeah.
But he shows up and he's really all about the crew is your family. He's oh, I'm the father, all these sons of mine,
Yeah.
So that plays a really big factor, because eventually he will get stabbed and betrayed by one of his smaller, what's it called? The smaller alliance crews or whatever.
One of his commanders, I guess.
Yep. His commander of another ship. I think his personal ship crew wouldn't stab him.
No, yeah, definitely.
It was oh, hey, help me out. Who tricked him? It was some Marine that tricked that The fish man.
Yeah, no, it was just like
Thrash? Is that his name? No, it's not.
No, God, I forget exactly who it was. That was like a little side thing that like screwed him over. Yeah.
But yeah, Whitebeard gets stabbed a little bit, and then he hugs that dude, and then that guy's like, I just made the worst mistake of my life, he's forgiving me? And that really shows you, like, you know, what kind of character Whitebeard is.
Well, then there's actually that deleted scene where he's holding him, and then he's like, thank you for forgiving me, and then he's like, fuck you! And then he just kind of blows him.
Dude, yeah. Just smushes him.
Oh, he's so sweet. Jesus!
And I think around here, like, honestly, Luffy and the crew show up falling from the sky. And this is where it's kind of cool, because Luffy, it's really, like, hinted at. And they're like Mihawk is watching Luffy. He's like, man, that kid really is good at, like, drawing everyone under his flag or his cause to fight for him. And it's like, oh, that is kind of weird. And then Luffy actually almost fights Mihawk, and he's gonna punch him. He's like, wait, no, he's gonna cut my arms off.
yeah.
So you get some cool stuff, and then, dude, you get some, like, weird... See, as this arc has everything, like, the weird politics of One Piece. For example, Doflamingo just randomly starts attacking Gecko Moria, and Gecko Moria's like, what the fuck?
Like, what are you doing?
And Doflamingo's like, oh, I was worried to kill you. And then Gecko Moria's like, what, the five elders? And then Doflamingo's like, higher. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yikes. Yeah.
No. And then, spoiler for later arcs, guys. Should I spoil later arcs?
Yeah,
like Reverie.
Go for it.
So, maybe it is revealed that Emu asked for Gecko Moria to die. I'm thinking Emu had, like, the wanted poster of Gecko Moria.
Yeah.
And probably, like, ripped it up in his, like, butterfly garden or whatever the frick. And then that's where Doflamingo wants to kill him, because Doflamingo was, like, used to be Celestial Dragon, so he kind of, like, talked to Emu and all that.
Yeah.
Very interesting war stuff. And then at the time, you're really just like, what? Why did Doflamingo do that?
Yeah, we do get some really cool moments like that.
Yep.
I think it's still up in the air whether he killed, at least as of where I'm at.
Yep.
Whether he killed Gecko Moria there. Is that confirmed? Is he, like, dead?
He's not dead, no.
He is not dead.
But he does die again. Which, I don't know if that's a spoiler. It's interesting.
Yeah. They're obsessed with taking my boy down.
Honestly, I don't know if he's dead. I do know for sure Absalom is dead.
Who's Absalom?
The friggin' tiger guy who, like, licked Robin and then non-consensually attacked Nami in the bathtub.
Oh no, my favorite character.
Yeah. Anyway, I was gonna say something. Dang it.
Yeah. Well, at this point, just to continue on. We have the big charge in. This is where everyone's clashing hands.
Yep.
We get some very confused Marines when Boa Hancock comes down, and she's just freezing literally everyone.
Yeah.
Instead of just one side. They're like, what the hell?
Yeah. No, they have literally anyone who looks at her, you're turning a stone.
Yep. Very cool moments. And then we have the Mihawk part, like you said.
Yep.
I'm trying to think because he definitely doesn't get to because the
fights
first
Jozu
big punch,
eventually, or Mihawk does. Jozu the Diamond, like Whitebeard's fourth in command or whatever.
Yep. I think it's while that's going on that he goes to punch like the three admirals, and then then they hit him with the go back 5 spaces and try again.
Yeah. and this isn't the log moment where he has a log, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
That's the second time he comes.
Okay.
Yeah. The first one they just say nope, go back, and then he's got to start again.
Yep. Also.
Yep.
More PX5 show up, which they're introduced, and they look a lot like Kuma, which is pretty sus.
Yep.
And then Bonnie is crying while looking at them. On my reread, I noticed that. I'm like, oh, interesting.
Yep.
So that's something for later, guys.
And we get some Ivankanov. She's trying to talk to Kuma and all that. That's a pretty cool moment.
Dude. Yeah. Oh man, dude. Freaking man. One Piece is so good,
dude. Yeah. Guys, I just watched Reverie. Once you get to that moment, there's a little bit of Kuma in there.
Dude,
it's like,
Kuma. This shit's going down in the manga currently with Kuma. It's crazy. We're doing his flashback.
Okay, dude, that's hype.
It's hype.
Yeah.
But yeah. So now, Marineford. There's a bunch of fights happening. Grant, Kobe update. What's happening with Kobe?
Dude, Kobe at this point, he's like, finally, I need to do my job. I gotta stop Luffy, even though I don't think it's right. So then he goes in for a punch, and then Luffy is like, hey, Kobe, and then just decks him in the face, knocks him out cold. and Kobe doesn't appear until like the end of Marineford. So he was out cold. He was out cold.
Is Smoker here too?
Yes. Oh yeah, Luffy fights Smoker as well.
Okay,
another very cool moment because my boys powered up quite a bit.
Dude, yeah. Smoker's always so cool.
Well,
they need more Smoker in the game, in the show.
Dude, exactly. I mean that's pretty much the first half of Marineford is Luffy going 1v1 with a bunch of like different people as he tries to get to Ace. I think honestly my favorite 1v1 moment though is when he gets right up to Ace and Garp comes and he's like, gotta fight me now.
That Garp thing is so crazy because Garp is like, I have to do my job, but my sons though, and then it's so you can like, it's just dripping with like dramatic irony or whatever, whatever that's called.
Dude, it's tense. It's tense because you don't know like what he's gonna do.
And later on, aren't they like, Garp, you totally went easy on him, right?
Yeah. Like right after the fight, they're like, you could have handled that punch, but you didn't. Yeah.
Yep. And then right before Garp, there was that scene where he like kicks a log at the three admirals, and they're just sitting there taking hits. And then I'm always like watching. I'm like, dude, if Luffy knew hockey, dude, he could have done something.
Dude, a little something here and there. Yeah.
Like imbue the wall with hockey or something. But it's so sick. The anime here is like popping off. It's like a payoff for so many.
The animation with all the attacks just goes crazy right now.
Dude, yeah. Like definitely when you're in this part of One Piece, you're like binging every spare moment you get. Like
definitely.
It's like I need to finish this arc. At least for me personally, But
and then we have what I believe is your favorite character moment in all of One Piece. We actually get
does his name start with Mr.?
Dude, it does. It does. So guys, Jacob's favorite character is actually Mr. 3, if you didn't know. And let's just say Ace wouldn't have gotten out of those handcuffs if it weren't for Mr. 3.
Dude, true.
Like, dude, I just love this scene. It's like super cool that he gets to Ace and they're like both falling. And then it's like both of them and Mr. 3.
Dude, yeah. And then Sengoku's there too, and he has like a Buddhist power too, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah. He like turns into a golden like Buddhist statue, and that was pretty cool. That's
cool. But yeah, so like Grant was saying, Mr. 3 frees Ace.
Yep.
There's this cool shot where Ace is like, "Thanks, Luffy," and then me as a viewer, I'm like, "Wow, they saved Ace. Thank God they've
done it." And guys, that is actually it for Marineford. Very cool arc, very wholesome.
Happily ever after. Not really, because Akainu, the magma guy, freaking punches a hole in Ace.
Yeah. Well, they were going to escape, but then Akainu was like, "Hey, Whitebeard's a bitch."
Oh yeah. Akainu's so interesting as a character. You think he's like freaking evil as piss, but recently. I can't talk about recent events, but I don't know. I'm really liking his character.
No, well, just overall, it's like, he's like really passionate. About like he's like, fuck Luffy. But like, you can't really be mad at him because it is just him. Because like from his perspective, he's like, oh well, they're criminals. These are literally all terrorists. And I'm just taking them out. That's all it is.
And that's the dynamic of the three admirals. It's kind of interesting. Like, Aokiji, he's like the lazy man. He's like, freaking government wants me to do this. Okay. And then Kizaru, he just shows up, does his job, and then Akainu's like fully in and is
he's like
about
invested in this.
I like how they have that difference, and then their like designs almost kind of like reflect that. Very cool.
Each one after a celebrity. There's one obvious one. I forget what the other two are.
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
But so that happens, and Luffy is fricked mentally, like it's bad.
Like there's literally a hole in him, and then he just like can't move. So then we get Jinbei like scooping him up and like running like hell with him. He's like, please wake up.
And by the way, did you cry at this scene or no?
No, I definitely had some well, I was at work. So I definitely was very close where I was like, damn.
I remember, actually, this is controversial, Ace dying. They didn't really have Ace show up enough so that I didn't really care for him that much at that point.
I think this is I think this is a base take.
Okay.
If they were to redo this for some, like if they were to do this in live action.
Oh, okay.
Like when they get to this point, Ace's backstory, the whole thing of them as kids, needs to be before Marineford.
Yeah.
But like it can be after Impel Down, that's fine. But at this point, like it is very sad, but I'm sad for Luffy.
Yeah.
I'm not really sad for Ace because I didn't know him that well. He's a cool character. But yeah, that all needed to be beforehand. Because then we would have gotten the impact of like, oh, one brother has already died, as we think at that point.
True. And then Luffy's like alone technically with no brothers.
So then we get like, oh, it's his last brother. Then you just get that feeling more. Then we know Ace more.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Oda didn't think of it at the time or something like that, but I just think that it would have worked a lot
definitely
better.
No,
if
like
it was before.
I watched the anime, I didn't cry at that scene, but then when I reread the manga with all the context, and when you flip to that panel, then I was crying. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Knowing all that knowledge.
Right, like knowing the backstory. Yeah, I 100%
also
agree.
I don't really Ace being Gold Roger's son is like god tier plot twist.
Yep.
And also like, and specifically there's like a scene where Gold Roger's like, Garp, can you look after my son? You know, like
that was a cool moment.
Yeah, or when like Whitebeard and Gold Roger are in the cherry blossom trees that people think are on Laugh Hill. I wonder if they still think that or not. They're like in cherry blossom trees.
I thought the whole thing was that Whitebeard never got to Laugh Hill.
Yeah, you're right, definitely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know.
No, you're right. It's definitely not Laugh Hill. It's not gonna be a cherry blossom. It's probably Wano, honestly.
Oh, I can
maybe,
see that. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really
the One Piece. It's like the cherry blossom.
Yeah, I'm really critical of Oda because I'm like noticing he always kills a mom's, and this one is really weird because he's like, yeah, Ace's mom held him in for 15 months. And she didn't even show she was pregnant. She held that in. That's like, okay.
What? Huh?
Yeah, I don't care for that too much.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just a trope I'm noticing with Oda, where the women are usually just like, I don't know, shafted. The moms are shafted.
I can definitely see that. Yeah. Yo, best mom though, gotta go to Luffy's adopted mom. I forget her name. The fat chick in the mountains.
Oh, I used to, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Now it's gonna drive me crazy, dude. He'll come to me later.
Yeah. She's. I like her.
Obaba was that? No, that's old lady in Japanese.
Yeah.
So anyway, whatever.
Yeah, but we'll think of it later.
So yeah, basically Shanks shows up, and Shanks is like, dude, yo, I was just fighting Kaido back there. I stopped him from showing up. You'll know Kaido later on. That's cool. Anyway,
I forgot about the Kaido drop.
He intercepted Kaido's crew. Yeah, which Kaido would have helped the Marines. I don't even know who Kaido would have helped.
Wait, actually, yeah. Why would he have shown up? Like, what's the point of him showing up?
I don't think we know exactly.
Yeah,
I know a little bit of lore between Kaido and Whitebeard. I'm not gonna spoil.
Oh, okay. So there's like a little something there. Okay.
What I know inclines me to think Kaido would help Whitebeard, which doesn't make sense why Shanks would cockblock him.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless Shanks is evil.
Dude, Shanks might be evil, guys.
Yo.
Anyway, so Luffy's there, and Luffy and Shanks are in the same room looking at each other, but Luffy is unconscious, so they're not looking at each other.
Because he's in Law's submarine at this point.
Oh, do they actually never see each other?
Yeah. They're like in the same vicinity, but the submarine's like leaving with Luffy.
For some reason,
as Shanks shows up.
For some reason, I thought there was an opportunity where Shanks could have taken Luffy's straw hat, but then he gives it back to them, or no?
Oh, yeah, no, that does have it. Okay, it's like right as they're about to leave. He like has the straw hat, and then he like gives it back, and he's like, "Make sure Luffy gets this."
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yep, I do remember that. Yep.
And then also Kobe is here. Oh wait, Shanks basically does the EMP, King's Conqueror's Hockey or whatever. It knocks out all the weak-willed people. Doesn't Kobe have a role? Oh yeah, Kobe does a speech.
Yes. Yeah. Well, what's the magma guy's name again?
Akainu.
He's about to like murder like 20 million more people. And then this is when Kobe goes, "Stop it!" and then that sends a hockey wave, and that knocks out a bunch of people as well.
Yeah, yep.
Yep. And I think that's right before Shanks shows up as well. So all these events are kind of happening at once.
And then when does Blackbeard show up?
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
wait,
no.
There's no way Shanks shows up and then it's Blackbeard. Because Shanks would have murdered Blackbeard.
Dude, Shanks would kill Blackbeard. Or would he? I don't know.
No, okay, so rewind.
Yeah, the events are crazy. The thing is this is a war, and that it reflects that. It's cool, you know.
So everything we've described, that's the end. That is the very end. Because after that, then it's Luffy recovering. But before that, Blackbeard shows up and he goes, "Whitebeard, I brought a blanket."
Yeah, I got a blanket. I'm not gonna show anybody this.
Yeah.
I'm about to go sicko mode. So basically, Whitebeard is standing there menacingly, and Blackbeard's crew just lay into him.
Yeah, because Whitebeard's pissed that Ace died.
Yep.
So he's like, I'm gonna fuck him up.
His devil fruit power is so strong.
Like air earthquakes, pretty much. So he starts going sicko mode, but he's too beat up. Then Blackbeard starts laying into him. Literally just sets up a firing squad and then just murders him on the spot. But very cool moment. He dies standing up.
Dude, yeah. And he has like 3 cannonball holes. And it's like... How many wounds did he need? 14 cannonball shots.
Yeah.
100 stab wounds. It's like...
it's like, holy...
And his mustache is like cut off. Actually, I believe... Alright, was his head like split in half? Like... What's his head missing?
Like cut in half?
Like it's like a chunk is off his head. I think it's in the anime. His mustache is missing, but the manga, he's missing part of his head.
Oh, it goes a lot harder.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
I remember the mustache thing. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's standing there, and then Blackbeard does a magic trick where he pulls a blanket over him. He's like, no peeking.
Yeah.
And then he comes out with Blackbeard's power.
Or Whitebeard's power. But how do you think he did that, by the way?
Well, personally, I think he went in there and was just like, that kind of like...
It's tough because for some reason, I feel like when someone dies with a devil fruit power, the nearest fruit, or like somewhere around the world, a fruit turns into a devil fruit.
Oh, you know what? Okay, here's a theory real quick.
Yeah.
The smile fruit, like the man-made ones, right? What if there's one that can like absorb a power?
Yeah, true. Well, see, I was thinking he went under there with a banana in his pocket.
Yeah.
Killed Whitebeard. That banana turned into devil fruit. But then, how did he eat one without burning up?
Yeah. Well, I feel
that's the mystery.
I feel like he wouldn't need to cover it then. Like, why? That's my question. So then why did he cover it?
So people don't steal how to have 2 devil fruits. So it's just him who knows.
True.
Like that is in front of like tons of Marines and all that.
But it is. I feel like after Dressrosa, I thought at least that it was like common knowledge that happens. This is like, well, I guess maybe not that it's the nearest, but that it like respawns.
It's
or
definitely
whatever.
common knowledge. The question is how did he not die after eating it?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, second theory.
Yep.
So his devil fruit like cancels out other devil fruit powers. What if it also has the power to like absorb?
I think you're right there because he did teach specifically did want like that devil fruit for special properties.
Right.
Yeah.
So it could be that he's just like kind of borrowing-ish the powers.
Yeah.
Where he's like, oh, I can have it in this hand or whatever, but maybe in like the final battle it's revealed he's like, oh, I can take your powers, but it replaces Whitebeard's powers or something like that. I'm reaching, but
it's interesting though. It's definitely like crazy, adds another element to the One Piece mystery. All that.
Yep, definitely. But a super cool part in general.
Sorry, guys, we have Blue Beetle playing in the background. I got triggered there. I got pissed off. We have Blue Beetle playing in the background.
Oh, no, where's my burger, man?
I should have inhaled, like, all right, calm down.
Don't think about the burger. Okay, I have the fast food box.
Oh, no. Okay,
Don't worry, I made sure to keep the burger inside.
Oh, man. But yeah, it's so good.
Anyway,
Blackbeard's such a good villain.
Wait, here, pause for a second.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I love Blackbeard. So good.
He's good. Yep. Meanwhile, Buggy's like streaming events live.
He becomes a live streamer for a little bit.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to figure out like what's happening over there, but he's like, I'm Buggy.
Hey guys,
you gotta talk louder,
dude. Yeah, so good.
Yeah,
but, I mean, that's how Marineford ends. I mean, obviously, this arc is so packed, and we can't cover it all in just like 30 minutes. But I think we did as well as we could.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole. Those are all the biggest moments that I remember. And
yep.
Ends
with Luffy escaping on Trafalgar Law's sub.
Yep. Getting healed for unknown reasons that we find out later in Punk Hazard.
Yes.
So very cool.
And then we get the post Marineford, and this is basically where Luffy. This is one of my favorite scenes. This is what made me cry. Not Ace's death. This did. Yeah. Where Jinbei, like Luffy, he lost his brother, his only other brother.
Yeah.
Which we don't know till later. But by the way, when he says, "Oh, my brother," and then it shows 2 sake cups, you can see Sabo's sake cup like right off panel.
Oh.
I'm talking about the manga. So it was like kind of it was
like foreshadowing. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. I didn't know that.
But yeah, so then Jinbei's like, all right, well then what do you have? And then Luffy's like, I have my friends, my crew, my nakama.
Yeah, my nakama.
Yeah, and it's so emotional. I was me reading this, I was like, dude, I was just like so into it. It's so good,
dude. Yes, such a good scene in general. Just with, and especially with the voice acting in general. The guy puts so much passion into.
You're talking about English dub.
I'm talking the English dub
because you said guy, not girl. So Luffy's voiced by girl. Yeah, I mean,
I'm talking about Jinbei.
Jinbei. Okay. Yeah.
When he's like yelling at Luffy.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What will you have?" Like,
I watched it in Japanese, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when he's in, when they get back to Amazon Lily, and he's. Oh, did you watch this part in anime or you're just manga?
I watched an anime, but in Japanese.
Yeah. Well, just that speech in general when he's like yelling at him, telling him like to get his shit together.
Yeah.
So good.
What's the English dub sound like?
Like Jinbei?
Can you try to do his voice.
What will you have, Luffy?
All right, I'll do the Japanese. Rufy-kun. He always goes Rufy-kun.
Rufy. Wait, dude, okay, random side thing. So my brother has been watching One Piece. He has been listening to the Japanese voices like in the games. He watches the English dub though. He was like, "There's only one voice in Japanese that I hate." And it's Frankie. And I was like, "Agreed." Super.
It grows on you.
I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. It's just after hearing the
dub
super.
is so god tier for Frankie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely true.
I'm used to my pure American Frankie.
Yeah, Japanese he's like, yow, super, like that. Yeah.
Yo.
There's a way. Yeah, I wonder what the best if you could select whose voice is voiced by who would I choose? Like Robin, I think the Japanese is better.
Yep.
Luffy's a hard call. I think Japanese is better for Luffy, but
yeah, I really like Luffy's voice in Japanese for sure.
Yeah, but then Zoro's better in English dub.
Dude, my boy, Christopher Sabat, let's go.
Yeah, I love it. But anyway, so
back to it.
So Luffy has a plan. He's like, I'm gonna get this tattoo. We aren't meeting back up in 3 days. We're meeting back up in 2 years.
Yeah.
So they do a weird ceremony where they shoot the cannon however many times to signify meet back up in freaking 2 years.
Dude, such a cool moment because they literally go back to Marineford.
Yeah.
Literally just walk up to the bell and there's just reporters there now, so they're just like, what the hell?
Yeah,
so taking pictures what's going on here?
Dude, was the bird Morgan's there?
I think he was.
Dude,
yeah, that's
I love that guy.
Yeah, because the next time we see him is in Whole Cake.
Yep.
So that was really fun. And dude, this is definitely, I feel like, the most common One Piece tattoo is the thing on the arm.
I was tempted several times, or the Aces tattoo where it's ASCE and then the S is crossed out.
Yep.
So good. So then basically all the Straw Hats are training in their own islands. I think we already covered that, I believe.
Everyone gets separated. We went over that in the Sabaody one. But we just get little updates on them. Nothing big. Nami flirts with all the pedo wizards.
Pedo wizards. Yeah, and then here is like where the time skip happens, because nearby Bo Hancock's island, I forgot, Amazon Lily, there's like this like wild area, or is it on her island?
It's on her island.
Okay, yeah. And then Luffy puts the straw hat down, and then 2-year time skip happens.
Well, Rayleigh comes, and he's the one training Luffy. And all that.
Yep, for sure. And then and then basically, Grant, what do you think about the pre-time skip One Piece? Because the art design changes after this point. The arcs get longer.
They definitely do.
It's just a different era of One Piece.
Marineford in general.
Okay, I'm gonna have myself.
6 out of 5 for Marineford.
Oh, 6 out of 5 for sure.
Easily my favorite one. Nothing I would change. It's God tier battle after God tier battle. Beautiful character moments. The only change I would do is, like I said, putting Ace's backstory beforehand. But we get it anyway, so it's just a little tiny thing.
And by the way, by the end when Luffy's crying about his crew, like, were you really like, I just want the crew to be back together like the old days?
Yeah, I was definitely like, I was really hoping, honestly. I thought that halfway through Marineford, like while I was watching it, I thought like 1 or 2 of them were gonna pop up. Like Zoro would pop up or something like that. Because Mihawk's there, I was like, well, take them with you,
dude. Like I really like when I was watching that, I'm like, I want them to be back together, and I don't really get that feeling with other medias where I'm like wishing for something to happen so desperately. Like Luffy.
No, 100%, man. As for post-war stuff, I mean, you can't really rate that stuff too.
That's basically it's like
it's just an extension of Marineford. So I mean 6 out of 5. 2. Fuck that. I hate it. But so pre-time skip, dude, has some classic moments. I think it gets a lot more crap than it deserves. Thriller Bark, Skypiea, I thought I think are way too hated on.
They are for sure.
I quite like both of them. They're not perfect. I think Skypiea could be a couple episodes shorter, and Thriller Bark didn't really have much to the island. But you guys can check out those thoughts in those specific reviews.
That's definitely base. I mean, and pre-time skip also gets a lot of people with nostalgia goggles, like looking back at like the East Blue and going like, this was a good One Piece. Now it's weird. The series does need to evolutionize. Is that a word for it?
It needs to evolve over time. I think East Blue's fantastic. It's just they're definitely. East Blue is not one that I would rewatch. I definitely like certain episodes, but it's early. It's
early.
You have like Orange Town, Syrup Village. It's like I'd rather watch like a recap video.
I like specifically. I mean, I've like rewatched like One Piece so many times, and I'm always going back to Baroque Works when Mihawk shows up. Or Arlong Park, but I'm not going to freaking Orange Town like you're saying.
Exactly. Like there are key moments. Like if I were to rewatch everything, but only watch the parts that I was really into, I mean, I'd probably watch like a few episodes of the Baratie. I'd watch, Arlong Park. Like those are what I think is like God tier. There. And then going on to like Alabasta, Jaya, Skypiea.
Dude, I guess all right, so everybody can just look up our opinions on those arcs. What do you think about the designs? And I guess should we just save the design comparison for the next video?
No, we can do it now. This is the big
let's go through them. Luffy's pre-time. All right, which one do you like better, Grant? Luffy's pre-time skip or post-time skip?
Dude, okay, not gonna lie. I like the pre-time skip more. For 2 reasons.
Okay.
One, I'm not a big fan of the red shirt that he's got on with like the frills on. I know it's very specific, but I had a buddy in like middle school who wore those a lot. I'm just like, that's a weird.
No, I agree.
I
mean, and then he also gets like abs and that scar on his chest, which is cool. But I also like the pre-time skip.
Yep. And just like the design in general, it's a little bit more like rough. I've talked to you about this.
The art style definitely changes.
Like the straw hat. If you guys look at a picture, I'll put them right here. Pre-time skip Luffy and post-time skip. The Straw Hat became like a lot more like bubbly.
Yes.
Like a lot larger too. And I don't know. I like it being more of a like an accent to his character. Versus taking up like so much of him.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are very little things. I don't mind the new design. It's just I like the little tiny details of the first one.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, obviously the pre-time, post-time skip designs change over time too a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, next up we have Zoro. I mean, personally, I like the pre-time skip of this one. I guess we can maybe do every other and then see if you agree with me. The bandana. It's the bandana.
Where is that at, dude?
I mean, post-time skip, he does have that eye. It's like, oh, why is he's blind in one eye now? Why? You know?
Right.
But still, though, I just like his overall, like, that, like, sash on his green sash on his pants, you know? The white and black versus the green, you know, samurai garb.
I almost think this goes for a lot of them. I just feel like they're wearing too much. Like, I was my mother recently got into watching One Piece, so I was watching the first couple episodes with her. And the first time I saw Zoro, I was just thinking about the design, and like it's just really simple. He's got pants on, he's got the sash and the shirt.
Perfect.
Perfect. But yeah, when you start adding like a robe on, like an undershirt, and you know, all these different things. Like, I don't know. I feel like it just adds too much to it. Simplicity is perfect.
When Zoro fights Mihawk, he definitely should put the bandana back on.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So next up, we have Nami.
Dude, Nami?
Basically, Nami, like, post-time skip, her boobs went way
Massive.
too big. Massive. Showing a lot of skin, which, I mean, sure, you need that in an anime and all that. Her hair's longer, I guess, is the biggest thing.
Her hair's longer. I guess a lot more of her facial features are brightened up. I don't know if that's the right word. They're a lot more colorful, maybe. I don't know how to describe it. It's
maybe more generic, because I mean, every One Piece woman for a while did just look like Nami. With different hair. So, like Rebecca's face versus Nami's face. Rebecca from Dressrosa. It's like
exactly.
So it's a little generic. Oda does better with woman faces later on. I mean, honestly, she didn't really have much. Obviously, like, she lost her shirt, but like she's like kind of the same character still.
Pretty much,
but with longer hair. So which one would you like better, pre-time or post?
I'm gonna say, post.
It's like a coin flip, honestly.
Like tomorrow, I might be feeling pre-time skip. I like post. I don't mind it.
I
mean, she's wearing a bikini like all the time.
And her boobs did get bigger.
I guess if you're sailing the seas, you gotta dress for the weather.
See, like post. Whoa, a girl with no shirt on. But like, think of Skypiea Nami when she has like that blue top on.
Oh yeah.
I like more, less is more sometimes. I don't need like double D.
Dude, exactly.
Porn stars traveling with Luffy, you know?
Like the amount of shots like in post time.
Dude, Fishman Island.
Dude,
I sound like a hater, but I am a hater to that. It's like just, I don't need that. My 14-year-old boy manga story.
Right, exactly.
Like Oda's like, this is for 14-year-old boys, but I'm growing up, bro. I started when I was 14. I'm growing.
right. Grow up with me, dude.
So all right, next up, Usopp. I like the post, actually.
Dude, I actually really like the post, dude, with the bucket hat thing and the overalls. Iconic.
Dude, the Macy's Day Parade thing.
Dude, they predicted it.
Usopp is actually a glow up. It's a dub.
I think that's like God tier. It gave him a lot more personality. Even his weapon, I think that's like a lot better. Like, I remember that weapon a lot more. Just the big old green staff. I love that. I think that's a W for post time skip for sure.
What about Sanji?
Sanji, I feel like had the least amount of changes. I think if I remember correctly, his hair went one way and now it goes the other way.
Like
dude,
you notice his eyebrow? His eyebrows.
It like went the other way.
No, it's like they're both facing the same direction.
Oh, gotcha.
So now it's like the curl is on the end here.
It
comes into play later. Interestingly enough.
Yes.
No one notices that, but it does.
In the whole cake, right?
No, in Wano, his eyebrows play a factor, bro. Like, basically think of it like he goes Super Saiyan. Nah, he doesn't.
No.
But think of it when he goes Super Saiyan, his eyebrow flips for some reason. And it's like one of those things where I'm watching the anime episode. I'm like, hey, Mason, that's our friend. Mason, check out his eyebrow switch. And Mason's like, why? I'm like, I don't know. But it's there. It's there. Business. Yeah. Very interesting. Next up, Chopper.
Dude, honestly, I like the new Chopper. He definitely is like way too
mascotty.
Yeah, mascotty. Like throw him on a poster or whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. Like,
yeah, I guess so. I consider myself a pre-time skip Chopper fan, but like when you look at his hat, you realize he's wearing that old pink one with the blue one on top.
Yeah, he's got like a blue sheet over top of the pink one or whatever.
Yep.
And then he cut out parts of it. I noticed, like the normal pink hat goes like all the way around. Now it's only like the front part, so you like cut off the rest of it.
Interesting. Yeah. Huh.
But no, I don't mind the post one.
But post time skip though, his final form where he gets big,
dude, that is an L.
That's
is
stupid.
An absolute,
yeah,
dude,
I hate
the
that.
First
That's
time,
it's not fixed yet.
So dumb. Like, dude, the first time he ever went like, I think it's just called like monster mode or something like that.
There's a word for it.
Yeah, guy, it's gonna bug me now. Like, dude, the coolest thing, like blank white eyes, just like screaming with like a deep roar, so cool. And like, dude, in like Whole Cake, he was like, he turned into
don't compliment me, dumbass.
I'm like, oh, okay.
He's in the arm thing.
Yeah.
It's definitely
I will say the only post time skip Chopper that transformation that does get a very big dub is Frankie Chopper in Punk Hazard.
Yo,
dude,
it's
so
true.
Iconic.
Dude, Robin's like, never do that again.
It's like my favorite Robin moment. Frankie, never do that again.
And speaking of Robin,
yes,
definitely an L. It's so bad.
L, major L, dude. Like, way to take such a unique character design and just be like,
let's make her white and have a beach towel.
Yeah,
like, it's so stupid.
Dude, my brother was literally asking me that. He was like, "Why did she turn white?" I was like, I don't know. I guess maybe it was a tan, and since she was at Alabama.
Dude, even worse, her bangs are gone. Like, what?
Her bangs are gone.
So she just looks like Nami more.
It's so dumb. Maybe that's easier to draw or something. I don't know.
I guess, so but I don't like it. I don't know.
No, I don't like it.
This is where people that go, "Oh, Robin or Nami," I'm like, dude, her post time skip sucks.
Yeah, she's gone. She's gone. Who?
Yeah, seriously.
No.
All right, next up, Frankie.
Frankie, dude, this one I'm a little bit mixed up on.
Oh, really?
A tiny bit.
I think this is the worst grievance ever. I think that his old pompadour was so god tier. His old look. I mean, obviously he can, like make small robot arms of his hands now, and he upgraded himself. But I miss the old Frankie though,
dude. I do too. I am 90%. Okay, 90% pre-time skip. But the only 10% that I'm like, I like that is like, dude, literally so specific.
Yeah.
I like the leg plates.
Oh,
I was looking at the old design and I was like, his legs are just really thin and hairy. I was like, throw some leg plates on those. Bam. Got it.
And then it really shows like, oh, he's strong in the front, but not in the back.
Exactly.
Yep.
Something kind of random. We're going to get to this in Dressrosa, but something kind of irritated me, dude.
Yeah.
He upgraded himself like a crap ton. And then when he was fighting Senior Pink,
that fight.
dude, he's literally like, I know your weakness is your back. And I was like, he didn't upgrade that? Out of everything?
Hey, I mean, it's hard to work on your back, bro. It's
true. You can't like really reach back there.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely an L overall. But give him some back plates.
Yeah.
Give him some back plates. Cut back on that. Well, what is he had like a whale as a hairdo for a while, then he has like an afro.
Then
I'm like,
a cannon.
You're just making him ugly, dude.
Yeah, no, I don't like it's always an L. Then next up, we have Brooke. And actually, his post-time skip is better, in my opinion.
100%. 100%. Yeah, it doesn't change a whole bunch, but I love the Soul King look. Like,
Soul
mostly
King.
Like the clothes. Iconic.
Yeah, and then like, I think he's wearing a crown sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes.
Yep.
And then Jinbei, honestly, kind of looks the same bit.
Yeah, I think he wears like a different robe.
Kimono? It's not kimono. It's some like pajama clothing. I
think. Something like that.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's a toss up.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yep. That being said, Post.
Yeah,
Post.
Yeah.
I like the Post better. So yeah, that's basically all that. So obviously, like, One Piece started off as like a little series, and it slowly grew big over time. And then after Marineford, where do you take the biggest manga series ever created? Let's find out in the next video, guys. Grant, any more final thoughts? We have to rate this still.
I think we should do a final rating.
Okay.
For all of pre-time skip.
Oh yeah, we did the Marineford one. Now let's do the pre-time skip. Obviously, I have to go 6 out of 5.
Yep.
It's so peak. And then, other than a couple islands that are misses, obviously you get some strays or some bad ones, like Orange Town, Silver Village. Overall, it's a lot of good memories.
100%. I will also give a 6 out of 5. Iconic, need to watch, guys. You gotta check it out.
Yeah.
You gotta jump into it. But guys, we'll see you for the post time skip review
at Fishman Island
3 years from now.
Yeah. 3 years from now.
Well, the big finale, like our final review of all post time.
Dude,
skip.
That's true. Yeah. Actually, I think
or 2 years.
I think One Piece is gonna end in 2027 because that's the 30th anniversary. I believe. Or was it 2029?
2020.
I think it's going to end on like a year that's like significant.
It'll be 2029.
Yep. Okay.
This
yep.
is 1999. Yep. So we'll see you guys in 5 years. See ya.
Bye.